Welcome to my journey at Attentive by Katerina Zaya. About me, who am I and my hobbies? My name is Katerina, but most people call me Kat. I am 21 and have just finished my studies in law. Some of my hobbies include painting and drawing, acting, writing, sewing, reading fiction, collecting Polaroids, long walks with my dog, history, and social justice. I am a passionate individual. I am not afraid to speak out for what is right. I enjoy new experiences which help me grow and become a better person. How it all begun. I was working on a generational documentary where I'd interview people from the Windrush generation. This is where I met Montel, the managing director of Attentive. He told me about his work with the police and that Attentive work on areas to do with social justice and police scrutiny. Montel suggested I would gain a lot joining Attentive. I didn't know what to expect, but I was excited for the new opportunity. Straight away, I emailed Attentive. I was then sent an application and filled it out. Following this, I was offered a date for the interview. In September of 2022, I was offered the role of a youth ambassador. Since then and now, I've been part of so much. I have gained transferable skills, been part of community events. I've been offered opportunities all because of Attentive and overall become more confident and have developed as a person. Let me show you some of the things I've been up to. Everything I've done so far. Luton Furnace Task Force, Work Experience Week, radio hosting on ufology and public and the police scrutiny panels, learned how to make posters, and being part of project management, namely I'm Unique. Let's start with Luton Furnace Task Force. This was one of the first events I attended as a youth ambassador. Luton Furnace Task Force is the Equality, Diversity and Inclusion event. It took place on the 19th of October 2022. It included over 100 community leaders, representatives from charities, businesses and council staff who came together. All these people came together to discuss a town built on fairness and social justice. I did not notice how many people were working together to achieve this. Luton is a local authority run by Labour. This was also something I didn't know. I would say this definitely made me think differently about Luton. I learned how much Attentive youth ambassadors were respected and how much our opinions are valued. There was workshops on housing, creativity, climate and more. Discussions on promoting an inclusive society, tackling injustice and discrimination, and achieving equitable outcomes. All this working towards shaping Luton's 2040 plan and the future of Luton. Further to this, I developed my networking skills, photography skills, and communication skills. Next up, Work Experience Week. For my first Work Experience Week, I did not know what to expect. It was definitely a week filled with learning, meeting new people and discovering new skills. For example, we learned about project management. Never in my life had I thought about project management, but it's a great transferable skill. We got to plan our own event. This helped me understand what is needed to carry out a plan for a project to be successful. We learned about public speaking and developed my communication skills, also working in a team. I liked how we got to put everything into practice, as this helped me learn. I also do radio hosting at Attentive. Here I've appeared on 2 shows, Ufology and Public and the Police, and I've been on the radio stations AUK Radio, Luton Urban Radio, and actually worked with Bedfordshire Police. So first, let's talk about ufology. I occasionally co-host Ufology with Julia, my team leader, and other youth ambassadors from Attentive. This show focuses on all things youth, with topics that engage and are relevant to the youth. We speak about Attentive, we interview directors of companies, learning trusts, charity groups, powers in local authority. I have even hosted the show and interviewed other colleagues. Some of the topics we covered were hobbies of youth ambassadors, empowering young people in the creative field, being a team leader at Attentive, reviewing Baroness Casey's report, careers you love. Some of the people I've interviewed include co-founder of Clearhead Gavin O'Brien, team leader Julia Polylark and deputy team leader Crown Agabi, managing director Montel Nifel. I also host on Public and the Police. Here I co-host alongside my fellow youth ambassador Maytab, and we interview the police. We ask questions of relevant to the public and what people want to know. Our show is designed to build trust between the public and the police. Some of the topics on the show have included male violence against women and girls, child criminal exploitation, recruitment, stop and search and use of force, and holding the police accountable. At Attentive, I am also part of the Police Scrutiny Panel, also known as the GPS Panel. This is a privilege to be a part of, as I am passionate about social justice. Being part of a panel which scrutinises police body cam footage to examine whether the police powers were carried out in the correct manner really interested me. So this is why I joined. Next is poster making on Canva. I have expanded my creative skills. For example, learning how to make effective posters on Canva. Since learning, I have done many projects on Canva. Here are some of the posters I have created. Project management. As mentioned before, I never thought about project management before joining Attentive. I can now say I have actually helped bring the project I Am Unique to life. This was an amazing expedition showcasing poems, photographs, paintings, drawings, and more. All the amazing work was shown to embrace individual identities, uniqueness, and celebrating Luton's diversity. This is the first time I have been part of a project. It made me appreciate how important it is to have everything planned out for the day. It's important to have realistic ideas. Also, promoting the event is important so people will attend. All of these factors I've learned at Attentive. I have enjoyed being part of this process. The event turned out to be brilliant. I was even host presenting the poetry and guest speakers, which I absolutely loved. Additional opportunities. I've met and spoken to police officers. I have had interesting conversations with many senior police officers who have a variety of jobs and manage many departments. I have had the chance to visit BBC Three Counties Radio. I have had my voice heard as a young person. Overall, I am happy I joined Attentive. I am a radio host. I can create posters and videos. I can communicate effectively. I know how to work in a team. I know about police scrutiny panels. I can plan a project, and I am more confident in networking. All of this would have been impossible without Attentive. I feel it has given me direction in my life as to where I want to go.